What's going on, everyone? So, Ben Simmons, what a fall from grace that Ben Simmons has been. I mean, there were people like Colin Cowherd on national television saying, like, it's okay, LeBron can retire now because Ben Simmons is in the league. And look, there were points in his career where he clearly looked every bit the part. Like he looked like he was a real franchise building block, a real franchise cornerstone. 6'10", can defend, score the basketball, not like shoot, but like could score. He gave you 12, 15 points a night, right? And a guy that can make plays, like a 6'10" point guard that could play all five positions for you, defend all five positions for you. And a guy that was really hyped even coming out of college, all of that. And, on Philly and the whole process and all that, he looked, again, every bit the part. And then, his back just exploded on him and, he started going through the antics. And look, a lot of it, some of it is part him. A big part of it is him and just him not being able to get out of his own way. Another part of it is just, circumstances. Like I said, the injuries to his back, like his back essentially imploded on him. And then, to his credit, he continues to work towards and was able to return to the basketball court, stuff like that. Right. So like he does deserve some level of credit, but in the same breath, he also deserves a lot of responsibility for the position he's in now. And I do think he could still be a very good player on the right team in the right situation. I mean, you look at him for his career. And this is counting, the last few seasons where he's only averaging 6 points, right? So he's for his career a 13-7-7 with 1.5 steals and a block per game. You look at basically that Philadelphia stretch, right? The 4 years in Philadelphia, he was basically 16 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, even at that one season where he averaged 2.1 and, over almost a full block. You're talking about literally a 16, 8, and 8 guy who could defend all 5 positions. I mean, he was a cornerstone. And it's crazy to think back and look back because it really wasn't that long ago that this implosion happened. I mean, you're talking 2021, you're talking like 4 years ago, right? Like that, all he had to, like, it's one of those what ifs, right? He finishes at the rim instead of making the dump pass, and which the guy got fouled and ended up going to the free throw line, but he was right there for the dunk. And who was it? Who was it that came across? It was Trae Young. That's who it was, right? It was Trae Young, I think, came over to contest it. And instead of dunking it, he passed it. And, he ends up getting fouled. Who was it? It was Danny Green, somebody like that. And he and ends up getting fouled. And then, lo and behold, he goes to the free throw line. And then, everything changed. And then Doc Rivers ended up saying something that kind of just rubbed Ben Simmons the wrong way. And it all just crumbled, right? It all just fell apart, which, obviously he should have finished at the rim over a Trae Young. But in that moment, did he realize it was Trae? And at that point of his career, he was so terrified to shoot free throws that, like, he didn't want to get fouled. He was worried about them fouling him. So he's like, hey, let me give it to the guy that could get fouled. But it's like, if you make that dunk, you put the game away. But people don't point to the guy missing free throws, stuff like, rather than, because the dunk seals the game, but so does making the free throws, right? Like, so again, it's just he was supposed to be the guy. You were the chosen one, right? Well, now you look at this fall from grace. As I mentioned, there's talks about him potentially retiring. Top of him retiring, his agent just decided to let him go amidst all of the retirement. And again, it's crazy because I do think he's 29. He just turned 29. He's still young enough to be a contributor on a team. And he's not relying on his athleticism or anything crazy like that, right? Like, if he goes to the right team, the right situation that really understands the type of player he is, and that like I don't know why teams aren't looking for him in like that Draymond Green role. Like, Draymond Green's not this like lights out 3-point shooter or anything like that. Like, especially in his more recent years, like he's not a guy that really I mean, he'll take them, but he's not a great 3-point shooter. But just in that like defensive, versatile, defensive anchor, Swiss Army knife, make plays type role. Ben Simmons could be that for a team. I mean, he's bigger. I mean, you could slot him in center or power forward position. Like, there's a lot of teams that could kind of use that playmaker. And like, a team like the Phoenix Suns. Why aren't the Suns running to the door for Ben Simmons? Like, they need somebody that can make plays. And the beauty of Ben Simmons is because he is 6'10", he doesn't have to slot into the point guard. So, like, you could slot him in at the point guard on offense and then the 4 on defense. So you could have him bring the ball up, initiate the offense for you, right? And then have, them be the scorer. And then on defense, you can just have, Jalen Green and Devin Booker. So you could go like Green, Booker, Dylan Brooks, there we go, Ben Simmons, and whoever, Mark Williams, right? Because they got Mark Williams now. That could literally be your starting 5. And you could have Ben Simmons be kind of the defensive anchor, help defend, help slot in. I don't know why a team like them, I might even make a video about that. Because like, it's just, I don't know why a team, like why somebody isn't looking at Ben Simmons and going like, man, like put him in that Swiss Army knife defensive role. Right? Let him kind of be that guy that can defend multiple positions for you. Like, it has to be a team that has the shooting and offense and stuff. Like, it has to make sense. Right? Like a team like, a team like the Lakers. Like, one, they don't need his playmaking, and 2, like I just his defense could go a long way. But I don't think he makes a lot of sense for a team like the Lakers. Even the Warriors, I think, make sense for Ben Simmons. Right? To just, again, like Draymond could go to the bench and Simmons can come in and slot in, the 4, the 5. So like you can go from Draymond to Ben Simmons and run all the same actions with Draymond Green that you can run with Ben Simmons. I don't know. It's, again, I think a lot of it is just the perception and him just kind of getting out of his own way. But I mean, he was good. Like, he was good for the Clippers. He bought in and played a role for the Clippers. You didn't hear any like noise or nonsense. I thought he did a good job. And it's kind of interesting to see how this kind of, as again, the fall from grace from being a guy that was looked at as like a real franchise cornerstone, one of the top 15 players in the league. Like I said, people going on national television talking about how he's the next LeBron James and LeBron James isn't needed anymore because Ben Simmons is going to be that guy and this, that, and the other, to like before the age of 30 going to retire because how come no one want me, man? Right? Like it's wild. The league comes at you fast. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.